I know Numeraire has a lot of investors watching. From the price movement and the current updates, it's obviously solid. Although there are some things you need to know about Numeraire in order for you to know how to stay safe in the market. I will be stating this in today's video, but before getting into the discussion, kindly subscribe to this channel and give this video a like. Without much saying, let's get into the discussion. After checking news articles, this sudden pump is as a result of JP Morgan committing $500 million to Numerai's hedge fund, which almost doubled their assets under management. This partnership is a big deal because institutional backing adds credibility and can attract more investors. The NMR token price surged over 120% after this news, which aligns with the current price movement. There's a lot of things that can affect the price movement of Numeraire in the future. One is the buyback of $1 million by Numerai in July 2025. Buybacks usually reduce supply, which can drive up the price if demand stays the same. Also, Numerai's AUM growing from $173 million to over $441 million in a year shows they're expanding, which is positive. The fixed supply of 11 million NMR with only 3 million left in the treasury adds scarcity. So that's another bullish point. But they mentioned that the treasury might run low on tokens for rewards, which could affect staking participation. Next, institutional interest. JP Morgan committing $500 million to Numerai's fund is huge. That almost doubles their AUM and brings credibility. Plus, the partnership with the U.S. Department of Commerce for Chainlink and others might spill over positive sentiment to NMR. Market dynamics and sentiment. The recent price surge of 120% in late August 2025 with a drop in exchange reserves suggests accumulation. Lower reserves mean less selling pressure, which is good. The fear and greed index is neutral, and the altcoin season index is at 52, slightly favoring alts. However, technical indicators like MACD showing a bearish crossover and RSI at 53.1 indicate possible short-term volatility. So, mixed signals here between positive accumulation and technical bearishness. Token utility and staking. NMR's use in staking for AI models ties its demand to Numerai's platform growth. Over $7 million staked and the stake-weighted meta model success, 25% returns in 2024, are positives. However, if model performance drops, stackers might withdraw, increasing sell pressure. The crypto market's overall health is $3.82 trillion and derivatives volume up, but spot volume down. There's some caution. NMR's 90-day price increase of 99% shows strong momentum, but a potential market downturn could impact it. Also, the regulatory environment, especially with Japan's stablecoin moves and U.S. legislation, could affect investor sentiment towards NMR. Putting it all together, the main factors are the buyback and AUM growth, institutional investments, exchange reserve trends, staking dynamics, and broader market conditions. This is all I have to say for Numeraire. Now, let's get into the full details of this project for those that are still interested. Numerai, or as commonly referred to as NMR, is nothing but a platform based on the popular Ethereum blockchain that is known to allow developers as well as data scientists to simply experiment and build machine learning models with much improved reliability. Not just that, the platform is said to be entirely focused on bringing decentralization to the field of data sciences, while also allowing developers to easily compete in creating effective machine learning prediction models. In other words, Numeraire is simply an Ethereum token that is known to power Numerai, a hedge fund based out of San Francisco which is said to crowdsource artificial intelligence in order to make investments in major stock markets all across the globe. Before moving any further, it is probably worth noting that Numerai was founded by Richard Craig back in late 2015. Also, NMR is said to be the native utility token of the Numerai platform, which as a matter of fact can easily be used for a variety of purposes on the platform itself, like Numeraire holders can stake their NMR tokens each week on specific predictions. Speaking of predictions, know that every successful prediction is then rewarded with more NMR. Coming back to the topic, as mentioned, Numerai claims to be the first ever hedge fund to have launched a virtual currency on the market. Furthermore, unlike several other traditional hedge funds, Numerai is said to rely on the data as well as predictions that are produced by tournament participants in order to participate in the stock market. Talking of tournaments, you should be aware that Numeraire is known to have two applications that are aimed at different types of traders, including signals and tournaments. Now, signals refers to an avenue to upload stock market strategies that are said to support a specific stock or trading style. On the other hand, A tournament is simply a weekly competition of sorts wherein users submit trading algorithms about the stock markets, thus allowing anyone to bet on the most likely outcome there is. Apart from this, the platform also claims to be the first hedge fund to have used machine learning so heavily in its so-called investment strategy. Basically, one of the major benefits of the said NMR token is that it is generally awarded to data scientists whose models perform well in the Numerai tournament. As a result, NMR becomes much more valuable as and when more people enter the said tournament and start competing. Having said that, the models that are said to be ventured for the tournament also allow Numerai to actively participate in stock market trading, based on the results that are released by the participating projects. Not just that, the said ecosystem of the platform is known to be relied upon the Erasure protocol, which is nothing but a set of smart contracts on the popular Ethereum blockchain, thus enabling Numerai to either reward the users on the platform who have staked their NMR coins to a rather correct outcome or destroy it if they were wrong. Lastly, this innovative approach to stock trading is what actually makes Numerai as one of the few hedge funds to rely significantly on data predictions that are regenerated with the help of artificial intelligence, AI.